That is. I am approximately what? 10, 15 minutes late. Sorry. Um my it didn't show up. My page wasn't showing up. So I had a little bit of what they call that technical difficulties. But welcome, welcome, welcome to another Queen Universal reading. I am hoping everyone is having a wonderful day. I am hoping that everyone has just being prepared. Remember, I told you this is the clean out month. I hope everyone is taking time out and to clean up the clutter and the craziness in your life right now, because that's so very much so important. I'm just excited to be able to do that. I always have to get started with my Florida water, removing all bad energies away from my hands, taking care of everything I need to take care of before I start the readings, because I want you guys to get the clear, concise meaning and interpretations of my readings. I think that's very important. Even though this is a general reading, remember, take from this reading what resonates with you and yours. Okay, if you want a personal reading live, you can hit me up on Hypesy .com/ Queen Universal. If you want a personal reading, please, please, please do not hesitate to let me know what I can do for you. You can also check out our Facebook page. It's called Black Queen Readings. That's another place we can gather and talk about stuff. I just kind of got the page started, so I've invited people. I'm whoever wants to come can come. If they don't, it's fine. I'm cool with that. I don't force. I just want you guys to have an opportunity. So we're gonna go ahead and get started in this. I want Before we get started, I want to tell you guys something. So as you know, like I just told you, I have a Facebook page called Black Queen Readings, and I got my page set up and everything, and my invites came out because all I did was send it out to all my other groups or all the other people that I'm associated with on Facebook. So I get this text message or in Messenger, and it was one of these people that I actually worked for. I mean, I worked with, not for. We worked together in an insurance, and she sent me a message because I guess I don't know if it insulted her or not with me sending out the blank invitation of joining our page, Black Queen's Reading. So she wants to go on this diatribe about her being a Christian and God and all this, and I just had to clear the air with that. Let me. Nobody else has done that. No one else came into my text and said it. You have free will to either join the page or not. You don't have to go on your Christian journey with me. I don't. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I don't have anything. I don't have anything against anybody's particular religion. If you just didn't want um the invite, just ignore it. And I'm basically saying ignore the invite. It's just an invite. Doesn't mean that you have to, by blood, join the page. Okay. Just a simple invite. Okay. And she went on this long journey about it. And what I realize is a lot of Christians, and I'm not saying, hey, how are you guys? Hi there. And thank you everybody who subscribed to the page. Thank you so much. So I just want you guys to understand you have a right to your own religious belief. Doesn't mean that it's going to change my mind on what I'm doing, because I am not religious. That's the problem with us. People do not know the difference between spirituality and religion. Okay. They're two different things. Okay. My spiritual journey is not the same as yours. And your free will is your free will on who you believe in and what you believe in. Mine is really not that different. I'm just more on the mindset of being spiritual and connection with myself instead of connection with the external atmosphere or entity. I'm about me, the inside of me. I have to deal with me. So she goes on with the idea when you talk tarot, everybody gets scared and oh my God, that's the devil's work. When people do not realize, and I don't like to do this, but there's bits and pieces in the Bible about crystals and tarot and all that, but they don't want to say that. They want to throw out Bible verses that are pertaining to what they want to believe in the Bible. And little do you guys know, I used to be over our youth ministry. I used to be a Sunday school teacher. So I am very well versed in the religious side of that world. I don't do that anymore. Okay. So my thing is, I'm not pushing it on anybody. If you want to join the page, Black Queen Readings, go over there and join the page. If you don't want to join the page, I don't need to know. You actually, what you did was revealed your ignorance about tarot. That's basically what a lot of people do. They think this is working up brews, and it's not even the mindset of how we can quickly be so ignorant. And ignorant is not calling someone dumb. Ignorant is just basically saying the lack of knowledge. When you don't know something and you assume someone has told you something about something and you run with it. That's basically what happens in this. So a lot of people shy away from something that's really very natural. It is just your gut feelings, your intuition, and you working within. But when we try to hide and run away from our very true selves, we'll do just that. We'll find everything else the blame, or everything else is wrong with everybody else except me. Even though I'm depressed, even though I don't know what direction I'm going in, even though my life is in crumbles, but instead we want to find something else to hold on to not believe. So I just encourage you guys, if you don't understand tarot, go read up on it. And I'm not talking about the negative things about tarot. And if you notice, even in the movie industry, how majority of the movies are dark and scary when it comes to tarot readings, when that is not true. It is so far from it. Okay. Since I've been doing my spiritual journey, I feel a sense of freedom to be myself. I'm not bogged down and worry about every little thing I do is a sin. You know what I'm saying? That's a depressing life to live. I don't want to live that life. I'm at a point in life where I am free. I'm free and I'm free in my inner self, So I don't want to be bogged down with worrying about what I say and what I do is going to be judged. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to be under that umbrella. So this is a sense of freedom for me. So I love doing this, but I am not going to push and pressure anyone else to believe in tarot readings. They don't have to. And I've told people what tarot reading is, and they have, their right to believe the way they want. I it's not my problem. But you don't have to tell me if you want to join the page, join the page. If you don't, that's fine. You do not have to sit here and tell me, okay, and go through this long diatribe of why you do not believe. Okay. And then, like I said before, your knowledge of tarot reading is so wrong and so incorrect. It's crazy. But it's because you were taught that certain thing. And because you were taught that certain thing, that's how you see it. Have at it. But I don't need to know why you don't want to. And you don't have to throw your Christianity religion constantly in people's faces because your work speaks for you. Your work speaks for you. Let me say this again. Your work will speak for you. Period. You don't have to go around with a big sign on saying you're a Christian. Your work will speak for you. Point blank. And what I've realized, a lot of times I watch people in their quote unquote Christianity. And yeah, I see. I've seen a lot of things that I've heard a lot of things from people who are Christians. Not knocking you, not knocking you at all, but your work speaks for you. Because, see, I can sit in a quiet corner and never say anything and do a lot of things without even opening my mouth. without even saying what I am and who I am. I can do that. Lots of people can't because a lots of people want attention. Lots of people want to be validated by everybody else. So what they do, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. Okay, all right. I thought you were determined and judged by the works you do. I don't know. So just to get off that diatribe right there, I just got to get on that soapbox because that really bothered me. Just say no. I mean, just say no. That's it. All right. So today, again, welcome to Queen Universal Readings. I am Queen Universal, aka I have other names that I go by too. Not to say I have a split personality, but some people know me by different names, and you'll see probably if you look through my YouTube channel, you'll see. Y'all, I also have another YouTube channel. You can't clip my wings. It's my coaching YouTube channel where I share other things on there, and it actually connects with what I'm doing here. It really does. It just does it in a different way. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I went on that long diatribe, but I wanted to get that out there because it was still inside me. See, the free will of getting it out. Again, I want to thank each and every one of our new subscribers. You guys have made my day. Thank you for being here, being in a place where I could do all this and feel free to do it because this was a struggle for me. This was really, really a big struggle for me to get to the point where, look, we got a year up under our belt already. Okay. So today, again, we're going to go ahead and finish. We're going to get a lot. This is talking about your birth chart. If you guys had an opportunity to go watch the video about my birth chart, definitely do that. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Let me push it down. So there we go. Oh, it might be the weight of my camera my phone because there we go, evens it out. Okay. um if you haven't got a chance to watch the birth chart, how to do a birth chart, you can go on the video and watch the video. That's the two videos, one video prior to the video I did the other day. So if you want to watch the birth chart, how I found my birth chart, the websites that you can go to if you're interested in doing that. I thought it was interesting. I think it was fun. So let's go ahead and get started. As you see, this book is called Astrology for Real Life. It's a workbook for beginners by Theresa Reed. Theresa Reed also wrote the other book I read called No Questions Asked, and we went over all the tarot cards, okay? And so we're going to go into astrology a little bit. I want to dig in this because I think it's very interesting, and it does coincide with the tarot readings. Okay, I haven't done astrology readings yet because what I've learned is it's a very complex thing to do. So definitely, especially with the cards. So I am a baby with the astrology stuff. Okay, just beginning. So we're talking about the fundamentals. This is part 2 of the book, and we're talking about the fundamentals of astrology and the things the words that are going to be used throughout the book that you're going to already know meanings for. Okay. You're already going to know what the definitions are. So the last one we left off on was there we go. The last one we left off on was interceptic house or sign. So this is going to wrap them up right here. And then we'll talk about the next one that's coming up is the different types of astrology. Yes, there are more than one. So we're going to talk about that next. That'll be the next thing we talk about. Okay, so we'll start right here. We're talking about the midhaven. Okay, you see that? The midhaven or midheaven, also known as the medium Cogli. This is the highest point on the zodiac wheel. It represents your aspirations and where you're headed, excuse me. Mutual reception. If you got one planet in another one sign and vice versa, you got mutual reception. For example, if your Mercury is in Sagittarius and your Jupiter is in Gemini, this is mutual reception. Both planets support each other. Natal chart, which is another word for your birth chart, okay? Natal chart, also known as the birth chart, is a map of where the planets were in the sky at the moment you were born. It's your unique blueprint, okay? Nodes. The lunar nodes indicate karma and fate. Nodes are not actual planets, but instead are mathematical calculations. I fall up under the north node, which was very fascinating. Orb. This is the number of degrees between two planets. Okay. Part of fortune. This is one of the Arabic points of calculation that shows you where you're lucky punk. It looks like a little aspirin in a chart. Okay. The stellium. This is when a group of four or more planets are all in one sign. Stelliums show concentrated energy. For example, let's say your Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter are all in Scorpio in your fifth house. And we're going to talk about the houses coming up. This would show you you're red hot and intense when it comes to romance. Now, as you see, astrology is a little bit different from basic tarot reading. This is so wow. This is a lot. And when I read this book originally, I literally took notes. I did everything. I learned so much from it. But look, you guys, I don't read it all the time. So I'm kind of going back through this book as I'm sharing it with you because a lot of stuff is little by little coming back to me. Okay. Um, Transits. The transit refers to the planets as they move through the sky. For example, if someone says that Venus is transiting, excuse me, through your third house, it means that Venus is currently sitting there. That means it's sitting in your third house. Zodiac. The zodiac is the annual journey of the sun through the sky divided by 12 signs. Alrighty, this is a lot to take in. I promise not to pop quiz you. Just refer back to this handy dandy section anytime feeling foggy about the astro vocab. Sooner or later, this will stick, I promise. Yeah, because you got to keep doing it over and over again. All right, so we're going to stop there and we will be starting with the different types of astrology. Yes, there's more than one. And our next reading will definitely start with that. So, you guys, if you want to get a hold to this book, it is literally a workbook. It has things, and maybe I'll go over some of the things that I've actually worked on in this book. See, I've actually written in it. Okay. So it's got some real good things in here. So we're going to be going through that, but it's also a workbook. So it helps you out with that. And if you want a copy of this book, I found this on Amazon. I am an Amazon shopper. Oh my God. So if you want this book, you can find this book and other books from Theresa Reed on Amazon. Okay. All right. So are we prepared for our reading today? Yes, 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 yes. Let's see which cards do I want to use today. Let's see here. You guys, if you do have cards, and I found this out myself, I'm learning on a lot of things that I weren't doing correctly when it comes to my cards. You guys, you know that you're not supposed to keep your cards out, and if you do have them out in the open, do not let anybody play with them. Do not let anybody touch them. Um, and make sure you keep them covered because my cards are out in the open till I store them in a different spot. What I did was I covered them because I didn't know that you were not supposed to keep them out in the open. And also because I had them out in the open, I made sure I put crystals on top of them. Okay. I put my crystals on my cards to protect them if I didn't have them under something. So now I keep my cards covered. And that eliminates any bad energies on your cards. Okay. So we don't want bad energies on our cards, and you don't want everybody touching your cards. Okay? Understand that. Everybody should not touch your cards unless you give them permission. And make sure, like I said, I use Florida water to rinse my hands before I touch my cards, before I pray over them. I make sure that I cleanse them of any negative energies. Okay? All right. Just the maintenance of your cards. You can also make sure that you cleanse your crystals. If you're using crystals around your cards, Matter of fact, I need to do that for this month. Um, every month you need to, if there's an opportunity for some sun to be shining, put your stones or your crystals outside. Let it get energy from the sun. Okay, and it keeps them energized for you. Okay, keeps them energized for you. All right. Let's see. I haven't had this nervous feeling in a while. Okay. Come on, you cards. Woo, y'all. I am so wow. Go ahead. Go ahead. And I'm saying that because I'm getting this nervous feeling. Mm, I need to let it subside. Oh, whew. Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. I had to let it subside. I had to let it subside. Okay, here we go. We have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is in reverse. I think the Queen of Wands came up before. So we have the Queen of Wands, and she is in reverse. And we need to find out what's going on with her today. How are you guys feeling? Okay. Um, somebody is dealing with some creative blocks. So in the process, remember this month is December. This is the month of cleaning up and clearing out, and somebody needs to be unblocked. Okay? Your creativity is blocked right now. And keep in mind, someone also is out here feeling a little unappreciated or unworthy. You are worthy. Whoever you are worthy. Let me say that again. You are worthy. You needed to hear that. Okay. Now, this is the Three of Cups, and we know that there might be somebody feeling like someone's not there for them because we understand that the Three of Cups talks about celebration and the support system. Somebody is feeling that they don't have that support system in place right now. Don't know why, but that's how you're feeling. You're feeling like you don't have that support system in place, but it's there. I think lots of times we don't realize who's supporting us in secret. And we get discouraged a little bit. And as you can see here, we're talking about a creative block and lack of support. You do have support. Now, look, check that out. Move that over a little bit. Check that out. Now we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles shows us, okay, all of this I have done. I'm already thinking ahead, planning ahead to do some more things that's going to make my life better. Because that's what that is. All the things that you've already done, you're admiring what you've grown, and now you want to move on. You're even thinking ahead already. You're thinking ahead to make sure everything's going. Again, this is the cleanup month. This is the clean out month. This is getting rid of things that you no longer need. And look at the end result sometimes is you're already starting to grow. That could be you growing, okay? You growing. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands talks about new beginning, talks about bringing forth good things, manifesting what is needed, what you have, what makes you you. Okay. And in the process of that, this is showing that, yeah, you got it. This is inspiring. Um, this is making things um, available for you. Okay. This is making, um, um, giving you, this right here can give you inspiration from here. Okay. The ideal that you're looking back and enjoying what you've already done, and then it's inspiring you to do more. Okay. All right. So sometimes around this time of the year, we come into a point where we're feeling like, okay, um, there's grief, there's something not working out. And as you know, that is the Five of cups. And as you can see, you see the cups are falling away. So those are things that have fell away, that didn't work out maybe. But here you still have two left. Right now, you're dealing and you're processing whatever is going on here, um, not understanding, or you might understand that you still have two more chances. I'll say two more chances that have not been fulfilled yet. Things that you can already still continue doing. Okay, all right. All right, so here we go with the high priestess. And then we have the high priestess in reverse. She might be a little upset about something. I don't know what you look. I don't know what you did to her. Look, you did something to her. I don't know what it is. Um, but I think you need to make that better. I'm sorry. That's not the high priestess. That's the Hierophant in reverse. Now, the Hierophant in reverse, these cards are so, they're golden, really gold, 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 and then on top of gold. So it's kind of hard for me to see the card. So that's the Hierophant. So right here, we're talking about refusing to learn something. You have your back turned. So you're refusing to learn, even though you have another chance. You're ignoring it. And that's what this is showing right here. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's not definitely you. It could be anybody in your circle, anybody in your rim, that anybody around you. Doesn't necessarily, when I say you, that doesn't mean directly you. I am just saying you in general. Okay. I'm using that in the general sense. You're ignoring, you're not paying attention to, you refuse to listen, you refuse to learn from whatever that needs to be, you need to learn from. Okay. That's what that's saying. Now, we have here the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands, and we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So now that just means that because maybe you're not learning, you're not paying attention, and you're in this mode right now, the messages are slowing up. Things are being delayed. Okay, they're being delayed. They're slowing down because for some reason right here, this is going on right here. You have all the inspiration, you have example that you've done the work, but you're right here is affecting this right here, slowing up the progress of what you want and you want to do for yourselves. Okay. Now we have also, here's another form of slowing up and pulling back is the hangman in reverse. Okay. The hangman in reverse, slowing down, saying, okay, I'm going to pause. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to pause. Okay. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see what else is going on. Okay. That's what that's saying. And then, so now we have the Ace of Swords. We had the Ace of Wands. Now we have the Ace of Swords. Why? Um, why do we have the Ace of Swords in place? The Ace of Swords are basically saying new ideals are coming. Maybe that's why there's a hesitation here. It's because you're slowing down to put your mind back together. Because right here we have the Ace of Swords telling me now it's time for new beginnings, great ideals, some clarity is coming. Maybe you need to stop doing what you're doing because now, okay, I'm clearly thinking this is what I have to do. Again, this is December, which is a cleanup month. Okay, cleaning out month. We're getting rid of everything and we're starting anew. So this right here is preparing you for that. It's signifying that that's what's about to happen. You're getting clarity on whatever the decision that you're making, okay, and you're moving forward with that. And the slowing down, the not listening, the turning your back, all of that could be the idea you're just trying to get a grip on what's going on in at this moment in your life, okay? And you're trying to move forward, okay? And it can be hard sometimes. It can be very hard sometimes. And now we have the strength card. Now we have the strength card in reverse. And with the strength card in reverse means that you don't feel as strong as you want to feel. Okay? You are trying to still struggle to move it forward to get what you need. And you're not feeling that right now. And that's all right. At the present moment, it's all right. I wish people would understand your life is not going to end if you don't do things the way on the dime, or do things when in your mind you think you should do it. Because lots of times we might think that it's time for us to do something, but if we're not in tune with ourselves, it's not going to happen. Okay, because what you're saying, what you're feeling inside might not be. If the source says don't make that move, and you make that move and you wonder why it didn't work out, is because you didn't listen. If the universe says wait, let's slow down, because that's what it's saying, let's slow down, let's look back, let's put things together. Okay, let's do this, we can do it, we can make it, we can make it work if you just slow down. Even though you have great ideals and you think you have clarity right here, but it's still saying right here, slow down, hold back, wait a minute, something else is coming along. Don't be in such a hurry. Okay? Slow it down just a little bit. And that's what basic is saying. Slow down. Slow down because you don't want it to cause you grief. Okay? And then now we have the Six of Wands. I'm looking at wands coming up big time in here, and that's weird. No, not really weird. It's just that it's heavy here for some reason. So now we're talking about you're feeling defeated because you feel like you don't want to slow down. But you have to understand. Oh my gosh, you have to understand. It's all right. We I'm trying not to put my coaching hat on, but, but it's hard not to. We have to understand, according to what the cards are telling us today. The cards are basically telling us that we have a lot going on in our lives. We want good things to happen. We see all the success we've already had, but in still in the meanwhile, you still got to kind of slow down. You want to slow down. You want to make sure all the things that you're doing for yourself. I'm not talking about anybody else. Sometimes we get so caught up in pleasing everybody else. We're miserable. We're miserable. We're really miserable when it's not that time. We need to be looking within ourselves. Like I said, and I'm going to keep saying it throughout the reading, this is cleanup time. And cleanup time means you need to clean all the bad things, the negative mindsets, changing how you really want to see your life in the future. Everything is not doom and gloom. Even though we listen to the news and we listen to all this crazy stuff, you guys, your life is your life. What they're doing on the outside is their lives. Each and every person is accountable and responsible for their own life, period. If we were all clumped together, then it wouldn't be individuals. We're individuals for a reason. So what's happening in your life does not mean it's happening in someone else's life, especially at the moment that you're going through something. You need to concentrate on you. Nobody else, not your dog, your cat, your mom, dad, your sister, your brother. I'm not saying don't care about them. I'm saying concentrate on you, fixing you. You're in the mode to be fixed. Okay. And you're the only person who can allow that to take place. You're the only person who can allow the healing to happen for you. Okay. So you're going to be going through all these things. And that's basically what it's just telling us, that we're going through these cycles, we're going through these different moods because we're in the place where it's preparing you for something better. Okay. And you have to recognize that. And that's what I'm getting here. That it's just this is a preparation for the ideal that things are going to get better. No matter what anybody says, no matter what you're going through, your life is your life. Okay? Don't get so caught up on everybody else. Another thing I noticed in a lot of our readings, and when I do a live reading where I'm talking back and forth with people in the chat, you guys, what I've noticed about a lot of people, you guys are, I think you guys concentrate too much on being with someone. You want to couple up all the time when you're not healed yourself. Okay? So lots of times with my readings, I love to talk, and I love to I love for my readings to talk about you as an individual. It's all right to have a couple and all that, but I think a lot of people just want to be clumped up to somebody because just say they have somebody. A lot of times people have boyfriends or girlfriends for aesthetics. Just so nobody won't say, "Oh, you don't have nobody." You guys, you're getting focused, you're focused on the wrong thing. You need to be focused on yourself, and that's what this is saying. You're going through some changes because you need to focus on you. Okay? I'm gonna get off my soapbox on that one, but that's what I'm getting here. These different mood swings, these different in and out, these difference, the idea that you got your back turned, the idea that you have someone here is trying to tell you and you don't want to listen, all of that coincides or comes together. You have the idea that you're feeling not confident enough right here on the strength card in reverse. And here right here talking about you don't know whether or not you want to go forward or what you want to do. Confusion. You have a lot of confusion going on and you don't know which way you want to go. You understand that you are a powerful person. You understand that you're a smart person. You just keep making decisions, or you find yourself making decisions that are not beneficial for you in the overall. Okay? Now, the last one right here is the 10 of cups. Okay. I'm sorry, the 9 of cups. I said 10 of cups. But the 9 of cups shows all the things that you have achieved. So this should be an inspiration in itself for you because it's showing that you've done all those things and you're sitting back. It's not being arrogant. It's not being cocky. It's a reminder. It's a reminder of whatever you're going on in here. It's a reminder. Look where you're at. This is the end right here. You have rewarded. You're being rewarded for all the things. You have a right to sit there proud because all through the chaos, all through the self-doubt and the unworthiness feeling, look where you're at. It's always good to go back and reflect. It's always good to go back and reflect on all the things you've done. So when you start feeling bad, or like you don't deserve something, just go back. Go back. Just for a moment, go back and look at all your accomplishments. That's what helps me get through when I get in those modes. I go back and I look at all the things I've already accomplished. I mean, what more can I do? And I'm not saying that in an arrogant way. I'm saying, and I didn't realize in my years on this earth the many things that I did that I've actually accomplished in my life. And that's good to do that because then that gets you to stay motivated. Okay? That gets you to stay motivated. And you need that. You need to stay motivated. No matter what you're doing, you need to stay motivated. So let's see. I love my, let's see, where is it? It's over here. Yeah. Um, see here. Okay. Oh, here you go. Okay. So let's see what else is going on here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. Wow. Let's see. I got another card in here that don't belong. I know I saw it. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, so let's see what else is going here. Remember, at the end result, look at the end result. Going back, reflecting on all the things that you've already done. You've made it happen. Okay, I'm moving on. I got it. You know what I'm saying? That's where you need to be. I got it. It's done. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to feel bad. I don't have to be mad at myself for some of the decisions I've made. It's all right. This is cleanup month. Reflect and move on. Reflect and move on. Reflect and move on. Clean up, reflect, and move on. Okay? Let's go into 2025 being optimistic. Let's go into 2025 being strengthened. And I let me suggest something else too. I don't know if you guys are familiar with chakras. We're going to talk about chakras. That's going to come up later on. I want you guys to look up chakra. I want you to understand the seven chakras, the energy forces that are in our bodies. I want you to also cleanse your chakras. Okay, you need to cleanse them, clean them out, because some fogginess. I'm seeing somebody is very clouded, cloudy. And with that, when your chakras are not balanced, okay, when your chakras are not balanced, let me tell you, it will affect you mentally, emotionally, and physically. It will affect you, okay? And we'll talk about chakras is coming up. Um, I've actually written a book with chakra affirmations that you can use, okay? So, somebody's stubborn. I'm looking at the Hierophant in reverse. Stubborn. Don't want to listen. So it says it can denote determination and perseverance, but it also may hinder progress. There we go. Okay. Somebody's dealing with self doubt. That's the Strength card in reverse. Self doubt. Often just perception and not a reflection of your true abilities and worth. Self confidence, not feeling like you have the wherewithal to do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. Um, somebody can be addicted. Somebody can be addicted to not feeling that they're worthy. So this woe's me, they walk around with this woe's me on them. Okay. Compulsive need to, despite negative consequences, get support in therapy. Yeah. Some people walk around with this woe's me energy on them, and they're addicted to it because they're looking for sympathy in everything they do. Everything they do. Oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. You guys, those people are vampires, energy vampires. Okay? They will suck you dry. You wonder why you're tired all the time. You wonder why you just don't feel, because you have to look at the people that are around you. Energy attracts energy. Just keep that in mind. Okay? Energy attracts energy. Resistant, being hard headed. I call it stubborn. We have stubborn and we have resistance. It says holding on to old beliefs. Listen to this. Holding on to old beliefs and refusing to adapt can hinder personal growth. There we go. Letting go. This is a month of cleaning out, letting go, moving forward. Okay? Moving forward. Some people are disconnected. Remember, we talked about I think it's the reverse wand, one of the aces, reverse aces, and it talks about being disconnected from what you're doing. Okay. Disengaging from the present moment hinders genuine connection. You're being disconnected. You don't want to do this. You don't want to, and it's hindering you. That's just all I'm saying. And the ideal that someone doesn't have any boundaries. No boundaries. Okay. You have to have boundaries. And because we don't sometimes, it's not always good. Okay? Sometimes that's not always good not to have boundaries. Let's see here. Okay, let's see what our gems tell us. Let's see if I got all. Yeah. Okay. So I think today I'm going to I'm just concentrate on us. When I say on us, on our personalities. So some of the cards that I usually use in the reading, I'm not going to use because they don't pertain to what we're basically concentrating on today. I'm just getting that I need to do that. Because I think it's because we're in the cleanup month. We need to really look at what we're concentrating on. It's already the fifth day of the month already. Next week we'll almost be in mid-month. I call it mid-month when we get into the teens, especially when we get to the 15th, because it's 31 days in this month. So So we have 11 more days after the 15 before the month is literally over with. That is so crazy, but yes, that is crazy. Okay. Look, look, look. Open. Open. The only way to find true happiness is to risk being completely cut open. Not literally cut open, but opening yourself up to your source, opening yourself up to the universe, opening yourself up to yourself. Because I know that sounds crazy, but yes, we need to be open to ourselves, being honest, looking ourselves in the face when we do mirror work. If you guys don't do mirror work, definitely suggest looking up mirror work affirmations. Okay. Because that's you going inside of you. So yeah, we need to open up for sure. Look, look, look. Turquoise is talking about happiness. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Everything needs to have a balance to it. I was talking to someone the other day and I had to tell them that they had a problem with receiving something because I have that issue too. I don't like taking. But what I realized as I've gotten more mature in my journey with my spirituality, I realized that I have to give and take. So, in order for it to stay balanced, you have to give and take, not just give, 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 because that's what we do. We just give, give, give. In order to keep the harmony in the balance of the universe pertaining to us, you have to give and receive. Okay? I mean, give and take. Yeah, give and receive. So keep that in mind. That is a balance. That's just natural balance. Has nothing to do with anything else. To keep balance in your life, everything has to be on the same wavelength. Okay. Perceptive. Wow. The difference between hope and despair is a different way of telling stories from the same facts. There we go. There we go. Can't beat that. Be yourself. Remember being authentic. Open yourself up. Learning who you are. Okay. Learning who you are. Says here, be yourself. Everyone else already taken. So be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. If you're unique, just be unique. People laugh at you. So what? So what? Let them laugh. That's their insecurity showing out because you know why their insecurity is showing out? Because yours is standing out. Theirs are showing, yours is standing. It's a difference, okay? Okay, so just be yourself, be authentic to you. First of all, like I said, with the mirror work, I promise you, when you start doing the mirror work and you start putting it into your routine, I promise you, you will see a difference. It's not about cockiness, it's not about arrogance. It is about you understanding who you are and being proud in the skin you're in. Okay, sounds like a commercial, don't it? Right? So this says, wrath. The best fighter is never angry. The best fighter is never, because lots of times things will happen the way they need to happen. And you, lots of times you haven't even done anything to make them happen. Wrath. Last but not least, victory. Look, look. I came, I saw, and I conquered. And that's what you want to do. When you come to that point when you can say that to yourself, I did that. Okay. I've been through the trenches. I did that. And there's victory at the end all the time. Victory is always there. We can ignore it all we want, but it's always there. It is always there. Sitting in the background, waiting for us to move. I'm just kidding. I'm just making that up as I go. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so let's see what our I know cards say. What does our I know card say? Very much so in the inspiration, motivating time. I'm inspired to look forward to a great year. I am inspired to look forward. Despite what's going on the outside, I want to say this again. Despite what's going on the external of your world, concentrate on what's going on in the inside of your world. Your world. I said your, not mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, boyfriend, girlfriend, cat, dog, your world. Okay? Your world. I just wanted to say that. I know that nothing bad lasts forever, even when my emotions tell me otherwise. I just said that. That's what I said. I am never stuck. I am never stuck. You're never stuck. because you control you, nobody else. It says, I know that it's important to celebrate each win, no matter how big or small. I am celebrating me. Get to that point where you're celebrating yourself. Celebrate yourself, nobody else. Okay. I love this. I love that life is only limited by my imagination. I am dreaming bigger. There you go. I love it. I just like, okay, okay, come on, keep talking, keep talking. I know that my dreams are bigger than my fears. I am going to take the risk. Yes, 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 yes. I know that my purpose is far greater than just working and paying bills. Exactly. I am more than a career. I am more than my career, excuse me. There we go. And last but not least, look at that. Look at that. I know that incredible things happen when I surround myself with supportive people. I am loved. Exactly. That is so, 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 so important in this journey that we're on. In this journey, on this journey that we're on, it is so, 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 so important. Yes, yes, yes. So let's go ahead and do our numbers, our angel numbers. How did you get in there? Okay, let's take you out. Our angel numbers. I love my angel numbers. Because I was talking to a friend yesterday, and these numbers came up, and she's like, these numbers keep showing up. Because she asked me, was I seeing numbers? I said, right now, I hadn't seen any. So I interpreted her. I brought out my cards, and I talked to her about the numbers that she was seeing. And it was right on it. It's like, yeah, that's it. That's it. So, yeah. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, what we got here? We got 12, 12. Persistent. I love it. 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 I love it when things come together. Shift, enthusiasm, gratitude, contentment, new experiences. Again, look what happens, okay? Look what happens, right? Oh, happy day. An ample opportunity related to your life's purpose is just around the corner. Take immediate action once it pops up. Of course, a lovely partnership or an epic romance is also in the cards. So there might be some honeying going on. All right, it's up to you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, don't play, don't play, don't play. Look what it says. It says moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, unconditional love. It's time to put those long cherished ideals into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. Look. 2020, having compassion. You see all these twos and zeros? Look at that. All right. Twos and, well, all three of them actually. Compassion, mercy, diplomacy, potential, service, recovery, adaptability, renewal. There we go. It's a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Oh, wow, I love that. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. There we go. There we go. And we're talking about the ideal of going into, even though actually, we'll talk about that later. I'm not going to say that. But we're at the end of the 12-month cycle. Okay, we're at the end of the 12-month cycle. And at the end of the 12-month cycle, you guys, this is the time to clean up, clear out, and make things happen. Okay, that's what this is. Excuse me. Whew. Okay. Next, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, look at that. Wow, good luck. I love it. It says spiritual guides, progress, justice, structure, systems, processes, conditioning, and rules. You're on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. You will succeed. Observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Be sure that everything you fall excuse me. Wait a minute. Be sure that everything will fall to pieces. So I guess fall apart and come back together. Maybe that's what he's saying. And then look, you guys, so we know that today twos and ones is the big number. Okay. We know that twos and ones are the big numbers. Energy levels. Wow. Prosperity, harmony, uh, journey, waiting, discipline, exaggeration, the opposite sex. The opposite sex, excuse me. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. Remember I said the cleansing of yourself, cleaning yourself out, making things happen for yourself. Concentrate on you. There we go right there. Concentrate on you. Last but not least, there we go at that zero too. Zero talks about cycle being completed. That's what the zero means. Okay. Slow down. Remember, we were talking. That yes, 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 yes. Slow it down just a little. Slow it down. I'm loving that right there. Hold up, you guys. Yeah, I think, yeah. Okay, put that back. Okay, it says slow down. It says balance, power, struggle. Wow. Force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors, restlessness, low vibration, and warning. So this is telling you we need to slow down. We're all over the place, but now it's time for us to slow down and look at how things are going in our life. Pay close attention to people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. There we go. We're talking that right there is talking about our relationship with other people. Remember, I said it's time to clear up. I mean, clear out, clean up, and clear out. That's what that's telling you. It's right on it. It's right on it. You have to start looking at the people in your life because human beings are energy vampires. Not all human beings. You have to know what's positive and what's negative. You have to know. You have to pay attention to people's body language. And you're not going to be able to do a lot of things because you're not in tune with yourself. Okay? When you're not in tune with yourself, you don't catch you excuse me, you don't pick up on those subtle ways people are acting and treating you. Okay? You don't pick up on them. So that's why you have to keep your chakras balanced. You have to stay balanced and you have to stay alert. Okay. Your intuition should be on alert all the time. So when danger comes, when you touch a hot stove, it's hot. You see it, you're going to do something about it. Same thing with people. Okay. And that's what that's saying. Slow down with the people in your life. Pay attention to how they're acting, how they're treating you, the whole 9 yards. Okay. Pay attention. And you have to learn how to detach because sometimes we don't know how to let go. We're so used to these people being in our lives. We're so used to them, grabbing a hold to us that sometimes that makes us feel wanted. Okay. And it also makes us feel needed when reality is no, I'm holding on to you because I want something from you. Okay. And I want to suck your energy out of you. So I'll keep you bogged down with all my issues and you're not paying attention to your own issues. Okay? Redirect. There we go. Redirect. It says straight right here, redirect. It's a funny thing, life. We lay down these plans, we compile the list, but try as we may, we can never truly map out all the divine has in store for us. But what if we understood that what's divinely in store for us, it is often far better than anything we could ever concoct on our own. And so it is with much grace and even more humility that we allow ourselves to be redirected, guided to all that is true for us. Again, we're back to us, just us individually. Okay, redirect. And that's also connected to me in my mind. December being cleaned up, redirecting your focus to you, not everybody else, but you. Okay? That's what I'm getting from that. So let's see what the elements are telling us today. And then I think we need to ask some life path questions. I think it's time we can do that. So let's see what the elements are telling us today. You guys, this is like right on time. I am feeling every bit of this right now. I'm telling you, I'm feeling every bit of this reading. Every bit of it. And I hope this is relating to someone. I hope someone is being related to this, what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the things that are happening in your life. Despite you might be having the most wonderful time in your life, this might be your time. This is just reassuring you. That's all. This is a reassurance that all the things that you're saying you want, you have to remember. It's not being selfish. It's not being arrogant. It's not being cocky. It is about you taking care of you. Because at the end of the day, when you leave here, whatever way you go, you're going to be alone. You're not going to be with anybody else. So you spend all that time taking care of everybody else and you're left out. When you're in those hospital beds, you're by yourself. Okay. I'm quite sure at a gravesite, you're going to be alone. In that grave, you're going to be alone. So what I'm saying is while you're here, take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically. You need to take care of yourself that way, psychologically. Um, if you need a therapist, get a therapist. Okay. If you're dealing with a lot of stuff that's not working inside, I'm talking about your emotions, get somebody to help you. Okay. Don't ignore yourself. It's too many people who have left here because they ignored what was going on inside them. This is about you. Next year needs to be about you. Needs to be about you. You need to understand that you matter. Okay. This is the time also through this year. It's called sad. And it talks about how our emotions and how we're more depressed around this time of the year. Because here in America, if you are in America, you know this is our winter time. So lots of people go through this phase where they're very sad. A lot of things are happening because it gets darker earlier now. And sunshine, people don't realize that's why they have light therapy. It helps with the sun helps with our mental and our emotional. And this is the time of the year where we're off. Okay. It's opposite. It gets darker earlier. So that tends for us to get on this attitude where we're sad, we're not ourselves. We start to look back on our lives. We get caught up in all the people that we lost because I lost a lot of people last year, and we get into these modes. So I fight it just as well as anybody else. I am not far from fighting those emotions. And I have to keep reminding myself. You have to come up with a routine or a which ritual that works for you to keep you out of the slumps. But it's a natural feeling, okay? Darkness hits earlier when it should, because of the timing changing. It hits earlier, so it makes it hard on us as humans. We're not built to be happy 24/7. You're not. You're supposed to be. That is the balance in the universe that we have to be happy, sad, and all those other emotions. But it really hits us real bad during the winter time for us. The most depressed place, I think, in the United States is Alaska because you got to remember they don't have a sun all the time. So they saying that that is one of the most depressing places to live in Alaska because I think they have darkness 6 months out of the year. I think that's how it is. Check that out. Check that information out. But they are very depressed people because they don't have that light. Okay? They don't have that natural sun. So keep that in mind. And this is the time of the year for us. So keep and I do understand that, everybody doesn't feel that way. Most people are very fortunate. Most people are in positions where they don't have to, they have a lot to be thankful for. They have a lot going on in their lives, but everybody's not like that. Okay. You can have the happiest person in the room, but they can be so sad inside. Okay. Just keep that in mind. So it says here, answers will come. Remove energy blocks in you. Remember, the very first thing we talked about was energy blocks. Okay. First thing that came out on the reading was energy blocks. Okay. No, I'm sorry, not energy blocks. It was creative blocks. Empowerment. Embrace your personal power. That's another thing. When we're doing our self-examination, that's what we're doing. We're finding those things that are about us that's already there. We just don't pay attention to them. Right? Dormant creativity. Okay. Release the stagnant parts of you. Remember, in the hangman in reverse, stagnant, sitting still, not doing anything. Okay. And then it says, soothe the fire, calm the heat in your life, clean up. The way you calm the heat in your life is cleaning up all that mess that's gone on in the beginning of the year from January to November. Clean it up. That's what it's saying. You need to clean it up because you can't move forward until you do. And then look, own it. Own it. Be aware of how you express your fear. Don't have to be angry about everything. You can take fear and turn it into something great. You shouldn't even have fear because if we're built the way that we claim we're built, fear shouldn't even be part of our conversation. Okay? Fear should not be even part of our conversation. We shouldn't have to say we're scared. If we really truly believe in a higher power, there's no sense of having fear. Okay? There's no sense in having fear. And then it says make time. Make time. It says breathe with green spaces around you. Grounding, talking about grounding. I put up a post on Black Queens Reading on Facebook, and it was talking about grounding. Do you know they said that information was not true? See, they don't want us to use natural elements at all. They don't want us using nature. They don't want us talking any of that talk because they don't want you to understand that your closeness to nature is much more of a healing power than you taking a whole bunch of medications when you're feeling down or feeling disconnected. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I just think it's very important that we realize that my information about grounding was not to their standards. I thought that was funny. Okay. All right. But I'm going to still ground. And I know I do feel better. I can't walk outside now in my front yard because it's we've had bad rains all night last night. We had a terrible rainstorm come through last night. So I can't walk in my yard now. I'd catch a cold and get sick. But but yeah, when I get an opportunity to walk on my beautiful grass that God has given us, the source has given us, nature has given us, I walk. I walk barefooted on my grass. Because where did we come from? According to the word. We came from the earth, right? Okay, I'm just saying. So the questions we're going to ask today for our spiritual awakening, we're going to ask 6 questions, okay? What you have been resisting within yourself, what you have to embody to manifest what you want in this world, the greatest resistance, what you have mastered, what others need to align with in order to align with you, and the sign that you have been waiting for. These are the questions that we're going to answer today. So what are you resisting within yourself? The law of Dharma. Transform your pain into purpose. You guys, come on. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Look at that. So the next question is, what do you have to embody in order to manifest what you want out this world? You have to embody the law of habit. Ignite your creativity with a pattern interrupt. There we go. There we go. There we go. I love that. The next question is your greatest resistance. What is your greatest resistance? The law of non attachment. Let go. Okay. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look, let go, release, and allow miracles. I'm going to say that one again because that is so on point of what this reading. This kind of sums up the reading. Let go, release, and allow miracles. We've got to let go of the old. That, yes, 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 yes. And that is so crazy because that is the greatest relief. That is the greatest resistance right now. What have you mastered? What have you mastered? The law of giving and receiving. Did we just talk about that earlier? Oh my God, I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. We talked earlier about balance, having balance. You have to be able to give and also receive in order to be balanced in the universe. Understand, harmony and balance is so number one things that's in the universe when you are on your spiritual journey, and it's a continuing thing. The law of giving, receiving. Give away a material belonging you love to someone. Give and receive. There we go. Cannot. And some of you have already mastered the balance. Some of you have. You probably don't realize you have, but some of you have already mastered that balance. Um, what others need to align with you, and this is consistent with what we're saying about when you move these people out of your lives and the people that you need in your lives, because you're going to make new friends all the time. Okay, so look at this: the law of neutrality. Practice non-reaction and staying in equanimity. That's not reacting to everything, but finding that balance and having the same people that have that same mindset in their mind toward what you're trying to do. They have to align up with your purpose. Okay. Um, the last one is the sign you've been waiting for. What have you been waiting for? The law of immortality. Time is only the essence for your full expression. So time is on your side, in other words, regardless of everything. Time is on your side. You create time in the things that you do and how long you do them and how long you're going to stay in a situation. It's all about you. Okay. That's what that just told me. Okay. That is right on it, man. That is on it. I'm loving that. So let's talk about put this. Oh, grab too many. All right. And if you just came in, I want to welcome you guys to the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out with us here on Queen Universal Reading. Even though we're getting closer to the end, but I want to thank you for coming in. I want to thank you guys for staying and hanging around. And I'm hoping you guys are taking something from this reading that resonates with you and yours. Okay. If you want any type of live or personal reading, please hit me up on hypesy.com at Queen Universal Readings. I'm sorry, at Queen Universal. You can also check out our Facebook page, which is Black Queen Reading. Okay? Black Queen Readings. All right. So let's see what we're talking about here. Let's see how it's like, wow, like I'm kind of speechless to a sense. I'm like, okay, all right. Okay, health. Wow, 7 plus 1 is 8. So we're talking about our health. Somebody needs to make sure your health is in place. This is the time to clean up and clean out. I mean, if you have to do a clean out, you guys, okay? Clean out everything. You're going to remember now, we're going into a new year, so you want to go into year with your spirit and your health in the right place, okay? I remember I talked about grounding. 4 plus 4 is 8. Remember, I talked about grounding, being in the environment, being around the environment, making things, grounding yourself. And that's so important. Take time out and thank the universe for the trees. Just go walking and having the spirit of thankfulness, gratefulness. Without trees, we wouldn't have oxygen. Think about all the things if we didn't have them, how would we survive without those things? So if you get a chance, go to a park, walk around, thank, be grateful for all the things you have in nature. Okay? All the things you have in nature. Love. Number 6, loving yourself. Because I told you, to me, this is about you loving yourself. This is about you pulling away from everyone and loving you and setting yourself up for a great year. Again, quit being so concentrating on what's going around on us on an external, on the political, on all these other rims and these platforms. Concentrate on you because it's about you being a better person. Look at that. 5 plus 6 is 11. Relationship change. Somebody needs to do that. Somebody needs to look at all the relationships they're in and see if they're benefiting from those relationships. Because lots of times we get in relationships with we have no inability of what's going to happen. And oh, I don't care. I'm just going to go with the flow. No, it's not necessarily that anymore. Okay. Going with the flow does not work with everybody's relationship. You need to know what's going on in the relationship. You need to be present in that relationship. Don't let anybody lead you. You lead yourself. You being responsible for yourself. It's not about anybody else responsible to make you happy. If you didn't come into the relationship with happiness in your spirit, in your life, because you're setting an example, whether you know that or not. In relationships, you're setting examples too. So if you didn't come in that relationship with happiness already in your spirit and in your body and around you, then you know what? It's going to be a rocky road. Okay? It's going to be a rocky road because you're looking for someone else to fill your cup. You haven't even taken time out to fill that cup at all. You haven't touched it. But now you want somebody else to come to you. You're empty, you're drained, and you want somebody else to grab onto you and fill your cup. No, fill your own cup. Come to anything full, already full. I'm not talking about drugs, marijuana. I'm not talking about a drink. I'm saying just come to a relationship full, ready to make things happen. If the attraction is there, make it work. Physical activity, that goes back to your health. You need to move around some more. Okay? Physical activity and health goes together. 6 plus 7. Like I said, go ground yourself, walk in the parks, do those things to get yourself where you need to get. Go into any relationship because we gotta have somebody in our lives. Go into the relationship full. Okay? Go into that relationship full. Knowing what you want and going for what you want. Basically, that's all you have to do. Okay? And then look, creativity, being very creative. And you can do that in anything you do. You can create things. Okay? And you create good you can create good relationships. Let me see. Yeah. You create good relationships. And then you can use your creativity for your careers too. Okay? Create your own career. Sorry. Okay, how did all you guys get in there? I wonder if I'm shuffling my cards good enough. Okay, so let's see what our life lessons are talking about. Okay. Okay. Look. Patience. Having patience. I accept things that happens in divine order. Having patience. You're jumping into relationships when you're not even prepared to. And you wonder why they don't work. And I'm not just talking about love relationships. I'm talking about relationships, period. I'm talking about business partnerships. I'm talking about the whole 9 yards. And you wonder why they didn't work. You weren't patient enough. You didn't wait. Okay. Again, when you're in tune with yourself, you know. I'm just saying what I know. When you're in tune with yourself, you know. That's not just me telling you that. I'm telling you that from my own experience. Okay. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot what? Things I cannot change. Keep that in mind. Okay. Where did worry come from? I am learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. Mm-hmm. Clean up, clean out, remove some bad negative habits that we have made part of our personalities. Okay, that's coming with the emotionals. Okay, worrying, woe's me, feel sorry for me, look at me, I can't do this, all this crazy stuff that we get so caught up on, we put in our minds. And lots of times our reality is only our reality. Everybody else doesn't see the same thing we see. Okay. And when you're in tune with yourself, I promise you it's not the same. It's not the same. Look, fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. There we go. And it's all right. It's all right to have those feelings. I'm not crucifying or saying that those things cannot happen. I'm just saying where we're at now is not where we want to be. That goes in every aspect of our life. We also should always be looking to level up in our lives. No matter what it is, we should be looking forward to leveling up in our lives. Okay? Service, give and take, give and take. I feel good when I can help others. Give and take, the balance, the balance, the balance that is needed. Okay, give and take. And look, failure. It says, I understand a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So when you make mistakes, it's all right. Life is not ending when you make a mistake. Okay, it's not over. It's a mistake. Yeah, it might be a little bit of embarrassment. It might be a lot of people saying, but don't even worry about that. You're human. And I promise you, once you get in the training of being in tuned with yourself, okay, you will see that the mistakes you made, like when you used to get embarrassed by stuff that happens, you're no longer going to be embarrassed. Okay? Because you know what? You realize that you're just a human being that makes mistakes. Now, I'm not saying keep making the same mistakes, like getting with the wrong person over and over again, because you keep finding that same person, the next person, the next person. But if you do the work on yourself, that won't even be anything you need to worry about. You live, you learn, you do what you have to do. Okay? Failure is part of life. If a lot of rich people, and I'm using them, millionaires and billionaires never failed, guess what? They would have never been where they are. To me, failure and mistakes are just things, those are just the hiccups in life. You know how when you're walking and you hit the street and you like uh kind of trip forward, that's what a failure is. That's what a mistake is. You're working on even ground till you find this little hump, and you trying your best not to touch the hump, but you're walking and you fall forward. I've done it many times. Many times have I done it, and I fell forward. Was I embarrassed? Yeah, at the time I was. But if I fall now, I won't be. It's part of life. But you got to get to that point, and a lot of us are not ready for that. We want to be, but we're not ready. Embarrassment. You It's so many examples that we can use for that same thing. It's all right. Let me say this. It's all right to fail. There's nothing wrong with fail. People who are perfect, I would love to meet a perfect person and sit down and have a conversation with them. I bet you in the questions that I ask them, they'll realize that they're not perfect. But because they're in their illusion of being perfect, and people see them as being perfect because they don't understand, they're going to see them the same way. Okay? They're going to see them, oh, they're perfect. They don't do anything wrong. They're always looking this up. They're outside. I promise you, a conversation with them on the emotional level will let you know they are not perfect at all. At all. I don't care how beautiful they look. I don't care how in shape they are. I don't care about how the riches, the mansions, the trips. That doesn't, I'm not materialistic, so that doesn't phase me. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just not moved by that. I guarantee you, I can show you how imperfect they really are. Not to say that I'm going after them to demonize them in their perfection. It's just that sometimes these illusions we have about ourselves and others, and we're worshiping these people, and in reality, they're not what you think. But you have to first find that in yourself. You have to see where the balance is in you. You have to fix you. And it will be easy. Once you fix you, you'll see how easy it is for you to recognize what's in other people. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, you guys, we will be back again on today's Saturday. Our next reading is going to be Saturday. Remember, if you want to get this book ahead of time, it is on Amazon. It's called Astrology for Real Life because this is the book we're talking about. This is the book that we're working out of right now. Just excited about it. Excited about it. By Theresa Reed. Can't wait to do the work part in it. But we're just got through talking about the definitions of astrology, and we're going to keep going back if we need to get familiar with the different definitions. You can also check out the birth chart that I did on our last live before the last one I just did. Check out our my birth chart. So you guys, hey, I'm me. I don't try to hide who I am. And I don't mind talking about myself when it comes to my flaws, my shortcomings. So you'll learn a lot with that. Okay. So you guys, thank you for hanging out with us here on Queen Universal Readings. Check out hypesea.com. Queen Universal. If you want a personal reading, go to our Facebook page, Black Queens Reading, and enjoy that too. You guys, now, I also did a couple of scary um uh videos. Definitely go back. Scary story. I'm sorry. I meant to say scary story videos. Check them out because I'm always fascinated by scary stories, mystery thrillers, and anything that you have to investigate. I love those type of things. So guys, check that out. I'm going to be adding more of those to the channel so you guys can get some entertainment on top of getting a great reading. Thank you again for hanging out with us, and goodbye.